So hi guys, and welcome to my first ever, I say first, it's not really, I haven't done a video on The Sims in months, so let's get going. I think this is just a quick build. I haven't done a Sims build in a very long time, so basically, long story short, my PC started blue screening on me heavily when I used to play The Sims, and I thought it was The Sims that was making my computer blue screen, when in fact I had a 40 RAM. So I'm able to play it now. So the kind of real idea behind this video is basically that I don't really know much of the controls anymore, so I'm trying to get a feel for things again. I mean, it's been like 5 months since I played The Sims. I completely got rid of it on my I completely got rid of it, so I couldn't play it. So yeah, and I wasn't tempted by it, but now I've been playing it a lot more recently, and I wanted to get back into doing more Sims builds and putting them on here so my channel was more varied. So we're doing that. So I made a Sims bunker, and I wanted to disguise it. So, I mean, this is the vibe that I was going for. So here we go, starting and just trying to get used to a lot of the controls. I think the first thing that I wanted to do really was try and get out of my comfort zone, because I played a lot of games or a lot of Sims builds were made like very modern, and I always go for the same furniture, and I always use the same thing because it's comfortable, and I always choose the most like best items on there. So I kind of wanted to go for a different vibe, I suppose. So I went for making a bunker instead. Not much else to really go on from there really, but yeah, I kind of wanted to just jazz it up a bit, do something I'd never done before, and I'd never really done anything that creative. It would be more so much like multi-million-dollar houses, or with like the most modern furniture, the most contemporary look about them, for like ultimate rich Sims, like that sort of vibe. But I don't really go on The Sims to play, I go on The Sims to build. That's what I love doing. So yeah, that's all I can put on that one. So here I was just basically trying to find what would make the most camouflage in like a woodland area. I mean, this world probably would have been best on something like what's it called, the holiday one, when they go on vacation and they go to like the foresty, I can't remember the name of it, so I do apologise on that one. But yeah, so that would be like the ideal area for this little bunker to go on. So I wanted to hide it in amongst the trees, like a little cabin in the woods, but it's not a cabin, it's in the basement, in the underground. So that was kind of, I wanted to go really earthy with it, like more rustic. That was the word I was looking for. I wanted things to be more rustic, basically, and just play on that vibe. Because again, obviously, everything I usually do is just blacks, whites, greys, and a splash of colour. That sort of colour scheme. Even though my real house is like a Lego house, like I've got so many different colours. Every room is a different colour in my real house, and then I always go on The Sims and I make something like very plain and modern. I keep saying modern, but I don't know how else to like describe it really. So yeah, here I was just like getting a feel for, making it so it's not so uniformed, and I wanted to try and use different trees basically, and make it so that you had to walk through, like we had to walk through the trees to get to the bunker. So I just want to point out, if you hear any background noise, it is my kids. It's that time of evening, they're settling down for bed, so you might hear a bit of noise. and it's very hot outside, so the windows are all open, so you might get a background noise outside as well because everything picks up on my mic. But it's fine, that's part of being a mum. So yeah, but here I was just trying to like make it so it's more natural looking and go for like, I didn't want it to look too uniformed because I find if it looks too uniformed, it looks a bit silly. So I was trying to like just, you know, give it a quick zhuzh about, as I like to say, a quick, you know, just to make it look more earthy, more rustic, so it just camouflages inside the woods and you don't really know that there is a bunker there. So yeah, this is what I think, and the sim that you're seeing there, my 5-year-old daughter helped me make, and just yeah, went from there really. So she helped me make the sim. Tried telling me what to do on the elder house, but I was just like, just shh, please let me do this because I wanted to film it, and bless her. But yeah, she likes Sims, but she's not allowed to play it yet. But yeah, here we are, just trying to sort out the background or the outside of the house. I'm not too good with outside of the houses. I always struggle big time on gardens and like that sort of thing. I'm not really I'm not really that creative when it comes to backgrounds, and I don't like the way some fences look as well, so obviously in future episodes. Before we were rudely interrupted by the miniature copter, I had a look after it came back round and it was actually really low. But yeah, anyway, we're rambling. Okay, so with this, I really wanted to obviously stick with browns and creams and like those neutral tones, just because obviously if we're going for rustic and for shelter / bunker, I really kind of wanted to stick with that sort of like earthy neutral tone. So this is what I kind of did. I don't usually go for browns either, so it was a nice different, trying to look through all the different lighting and everything like that I wouldn't necessarily go for, and I kind of really wanted to just make this top bit look really old, the bit that was above the room that was above ground. So yeah, we kind of just played with loads of different things that I wouldn't usually use. So I kind of wanted to stick with some the suitcases down, like that's kind of a rustic vibe that I get. I'm going to be prepared. I'm saying rustic a lot, but I don't know what else to... Maybe I need to look at some new describing words, because I'm not very good at that, but yeah, I kind of wanted to go for the vibe of just it being like a little hangout, like an emergency hangout. So if you're in the middle of the woods, you can come in, chill. Wouldn't necessarily know that it was a bunker underneath. So here I was just trying to play around with some custom content. I've seen a lot of videos where people use these to help like clutter up loads of shells, and I hadn't used this before, so I couldn't work out how to use it. But I now know how to, as you'll see in future videos. I couldn't figure out how to make them disappear, and I couldn't place them where I wanted to place them, so I ended up just scrapping the idea and just going for the basic... when they snapped the table. So I kind of just went for that normal thing in the end, because I just could not get it right for the life of me, and I couldn't figure it out, and I didn't want to just come out of the game to look up how to do it, so I just scrapped the look. I just thought we'll just go back to how it normally snaps to the placements. So yeah, we kind of just left it at that, and then we went downstairs and started on downstairs. Again, I still wanted to stick with, obviously, the browns, creams, that sort of palette, and then just go from there and kind of just stick with the whole naturey, old, rustic vibe, like I've been saying this whole time. So I kind of like to go for one whole look, so it's uniformed all the way through. So brown doors, cream walls, hardwood flooring, cream tiles or brown tiles in the bathroom, and then keep everything like that within the same colour palette, as you'll see throughout the whole building. Finally got some lights in here because obviously there's no natural light. You don't really have natural light in bunkers. Well, I've never been in one. From what I've seen, there's no natural light in bunkers. So here I am trying to figure out, you know, what I could use for the bunker and what would look really natural and what you would see in a bunker. Didn't do much research, but I kind of just went from the top of my head, you know, what have I seen in movies? Obviously I know they're not real, but how often do you get bunkers that you see in real life? I'm sure there are some hidden ones out there somewhere, but yeah, I kind of just wanted to stick with that. Obviously, like greens as well, green, like earthy greens, like, and obviously the browns again. Some logs for a log fire. Probably wouldn't see a bunker underground because it's hot anyway, I'm assuming, but you know, we got to add to that vibe. And then but yeah, there's me just trying to figure out, you know, placements and where things would look good. I didn't put a TV underground because where would you get, unless you had like some sort of internet, but would you get internet underground? That's what I'm trying to think. Would you get internet underground so you could then use like TV apps, like streaming apps? Like, I'm trying to think realistically here. And obviously I know The Sims, it's The Sims, it's not realistic, but help me out here. I'm just trying. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just kind of wanted to keep this all neutral and realistic as possible. So to get some colour in here, I ended up injecting some paintings, try to stick with the same scheme of things, and get some flowers and plants, artificial ones, you know, we can't kill them ones, all in there as well. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to, you know, do that. And then here in with the kitchen, kitchens are my favourite part of the house. I don't know why. This was actually built before Dream Home Decorator came out. I don't have it yet, but I'm really looking forward to getting it so I can play with the new kitchens, you know, the little hobs on top so you don't have to have the cooker and the hob together. Like, I'm really looking forward to doing that as well. And the sectional sofas as well. How have they not had that on there yet? But all in time. But yeah, so kitchens are my favourite parts to do in the house. I don't know why. I think it's because subconsciously I'm always in the kitchen at home in real life, you know, cooking for my family. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just love it's my favourite thing to build in the house. And here's me trying to just look at some stuff that I've not seen before and that I've not picked out before as well. So I'm kind of at the same time I'm trying to get a feel to get back into the game, because this is the very first build that I've done since not playing. So yeah, and I always go for black and white kitchens as well, so this was different in itself. And I always now use the Snowy Escape oven at the moment, because it's the only oven that hasn't got a back to it, like a high top back, whereas all the other ones have. So when you make like an island and you put it in the kitchen islands, it doesn't look right. So I always use that one. That is my go-to cooker that I use for all my games, or in all my houses, should I say. And then I always like to use these slats as well. So it gives a bit of like definition, like some art not art, but like some different 3D vibe. If you know what I mean. You probably don't, but yeah. We're just trying to stick with the whole vibe of the bunker idea, really. And I haven't really seen anyone make bunkers, but then I haven't really searched for anyone that's made bunkers in the game anyway. So, I mean, who knows? This maybe have been done before, but, you know, it was kind of an odd thought that came to my head one day. I thought, oh, maybe I'll make one of them, but it's, you know, it's obviously not going to be as good as some other stuff creators out there, but this is kind of what I like to go for. So, but yeah, my future videos will be more me. I think you'll get the vibe that I like to go for. Sometimes I don't really have any idea what to put on the walls, so I kind of like to just slap random pictures here and there, just so it doesn't have, so you just don't have plain walls everywhere. So if it goes with the scenery and the theme of what I like to do, then I'll just slap it on there and not really think about it too much. I think sometimes if you plan too much, it looks too uniformed. So yeah, I like to just think about slapping it on the wall. I wanted something like a little area where we could put like a bookshelf, because obviously there's no TV, you've got to entertain yourself somewhere. You can either go in the forest through the little woods and that, or you can sit down with a book. And I really like to sit down with a book sometimes when I have a bit of free time. Not that I get a lot of that often, but yeah, so I like to sit with a good book, nice bookshelf, and then yeah, sit down, chill out. So here we're moving on to the bedroom. And again, like just getting random pictures, slapping them on the walls, and then going from there. I've got a thing at the moment for making walk-in wardrobes, but I was trying to keep this one as simple as possible. So I kind of just wanted to keep with a really basic, you know, ideas really for this. I'm just trying to figure out which mirror would suit best, because I just obviously trying to use stuff that I've never used before, just to give it a bit of a variety, and my houses don't look all the same. But yeah, I kind of just, yeah. Again, some plants. Nice fan, because obviously it's going to get hot under there. It's going to get hot in the bunker if you're underground. So, got to give a nice fan. I didn't want it to look, with the rug, I didn't want it to look like in the middle of the floor. I think it looked a bit too, like, samey, like very blocky. So I was like, I'm going to shush it up a bit and we'll do it at an angle. And it looked quite good. So, and in here I was trying to figure out what could I put on this wall that wasn't a picture. So I found this, the surface succulents, and decided let's put it on there and give it as a fake window. So then I went on to try and find a really good curtain to put around it, but then it took me ages, couldn't find a decent brown curtain, and when I did, it didn't fit right. So it took me ages. It really did take me ages. Like that. That is just, didn't, just, do you know what I mean? Like, I suppose I could have used a different colour, fit it in with some greens or something. So greens can go well with browns, but couldn't find what I was looking for a very long time. I was there for ages, I'll be honest. But I just wanted to bring the outside in and then make it like a little window effect. You know, you can get the fake window stickers to make a dark room look bigger, or, you know, bring the outside in. I've said that like 3 times now. But yeah, we kind of just stuck with white, and I think we went with that in the end. Was it that we went in the end with? I could have left it like that. That was actually quite nice. And then again, injecting a bit more colour with these Island Paradise photos. Doesn't quite fit in with the colour scheme of things, but you know, got to add a bit of colour, haven't you? If it's just a bit too uniform and one colour, really, you don't want that. So the last room we went on to was the bathroom. Again, my bathrooms are usually a black, white, more extravagant side of things. So with this, I wanted to keep it simple, because obviously we are underground. There's not a lot of room of bringing things down the stairs as well. Imagine that. But wouldn't you then think about it? Would you build the bunker underneath first, build on top and do that? Or would you just build the top and then dig down? Not really thought about it, to be honest. There's a thought for you on this day. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we're kind of just rambling now, talking about things that aren't important. But yeah, here we go. We kind of just wanted to stick. I was trying to get like a shelf where we could put like some towels and that on, but I didn't in the end. I think I was getting tired by this point, I'll be honest. But there we go. That is the bunker house done. Oh, don't know what happened with the lag there. Sorry about that. But we're going now in through the trees. Obviously, they disappear after a while. Oops. I do apologise about that curtain rail there. We'll sort that out next time I'm in game. My bad. Right. And here we go. Again, apologies for the camera skills. They're not the greatest. Still trying to get used to the camera angles and that. And then we'll go downstairs. Here we are pretending to go down the stairs to go through the house. Here it is. These camera angles are so bad. But here we are. Yeah, there's the kitchen. That's how we look like. Nice little plant would have gone nice on that table. Never mind. And then obviously the bedroom with my fake. I was quite proud of that fake window wall. I'll be honest. I was quite proud of that. And then yeah, in through the living room and in the bathroom as well. So it's kind of nice, little hideout bunker where you don't need to watch TV. You can switch off from the world and forget about everyone, really. So that is my house. Obviously, if you'd like to see more of these videos and you know what you need to do, comments are welcome as always. Give this video a bit of thumbs up and I shall see you in the next video.